Hey, I'm Allie Lancaster, and I graduated from Heritage in 2006.
My name is Alyssa Fletcher, and I graduate this year in May.
My name is Amanda Westerfield. I graduated from HCA in 2006.
I'm Braden Grace, and I've been here since preschool, and I'm going to graduate in 2018.
My name is Ashley Outland, and I graduated from HCA in 2000.
My name is Austin Spencer. I am a senior this year, and I'm graduating in May.
Lyson Edward Field.
My name is Becca Towery. I've been here for 14 years and I graduate this May.
My name is Casey Burks. I graduated Heritage Christian Academy in 2009.
I'm Kayla Bill. I graduated HCA in 2008.
I'm Sydney Page. I'm a senior and I will graduate in 2016.
One of my favorite memories from Heritage is probably our senior trip to Disney World.
I remember the first friend I made and her sister. The first day I came, we were playing on the chalkboard.
I would say that was my senior year when we saran wrapped the playground for a senior prank. That was pretty fun.
We were at Second Baptist when I was attending HCA. I loved being able to have class outside in Maddox Garden of Second Baptist. You know, our teachers would take us out there and we'd have class.
My favorite memory at HCA has been when we get to decorate the hallways and all come together and make something that we all put work into, and we all just work together, and it was a lot of fun.
My favorite memory would be leading worship in chapel.
By far, my favorite teacher was Miss P, because no matter if she was happy or sad or angry, she always set that time in the beginning of class for devotion. I always thought that was pretty important.
I think about Miss Garris, and she's probably my favorite teacher of all time, and she still talks to me today about one day in geometry, which was not really my thing. She was teaching, and I said to her, I was like, "You really like to teach this, you really love geometry." And she said, "I do. I love math and I love geometry and everything."
Of course, Lane A. Miller would be the top of my list of a favorite teacher that I had. I only had her 1 year, taught me Bible my senior year, and the wisdom she had, just anybody who met her would know that wisdom that she could impart to anybody.
My favorite teacher was probably Miss Baker, because she was like more of a friend. She would like joke around with you but still give you like grown-up advice.
Having Miss Owen was really my first teacher that I remember every single day, because she knew how to get the best out of a bunch of second graders. And she knew that if we acted up, that frail little old hand grabbed a hold of me and I was put in the corner, and I just remember that just the fear of the Lord was put into me, and I'll never forget that.
Miss Baker.
Mr. Eddings and Miss Burks, they were both my favorite. I loved how they connected with the students. They always made sure to make sure we were studying and doing our work, but they also made relationships that connected well with everyone.
Miss Penny. She's my first teacher.
My favorite teacher is Miss Lee Grace. Through her, I've gained so much confidence and I've learned so much more about myself, and she's really been an encouraging person to me.
Miss Priscilla Hamora. She was here for a short time period during my middle school years. She had crazy hair, a big personality, bright lipstick, was always slinging her coffee, and she loved Jesus, and she loved us, and she made a big impact.
We went from 10 or 11 maybe people graduating to 24 or more in each graduating class. So
Dress code was like a lot stricter than now.
I would say that definitely the technology and the resources have changed over the years. A lot more available now with the technology, and several of the classrooms have smart boards or are able to use the computers. I'd say we didn't have as much of that in the beginning, just because a lot of schools didn't have that in the beginning, but I'd say we're right on par with most schools and the resources that we have.
Just the classes that are offered At Heritage have obviously grown tremendously. Just the dynamics of all being in one building is just a very unique setting. I remember whenever we were in middle and high school, just being able to pair up with some of the lower grade levels and go in their classrooms and just do some peer tutoring, and we could read to kids and we could create projects and share those with the younger kids, and just building those relationships with the younger students and them being able to look to us was just a very unique thing that not all schools offer.
HCA has always been special to me, and I knew once me and my husband had children that we would definitely do HCA. I love the small classroom size. I mean, you can't really beat that.
The teachers, they're really nice.
He loves the Lord. He's growing spiritually here, and that's a blessing to us. We teach him at home, but it's really great for him to be able to come here, and it's being enforced here too. So he's going to continue to grow academically and spiritually.
I love them coming home and knowing Bible verses and singing praise and worship songs.
I would hope that HCA, to my children, future children, and any children, that we teach them to open their minds to what God has for them in their gifts. Whatever the gift might be, that they will learn to use those gifts for His glory.
More community, hands-on outreach and experience, and just continuing, to grow up their students to go out and, make the world a better place, reach people for Jesus.
I hope one thing that doesn't change is the just the teaching that goes on from the biblical view, that when I was here as a student to when I'm here teaching now, that the reason we're teaching is goes deeper than just math and science. It's teaching for the soul and the heart, not just for the mind.
Well, I think we're going to continue to have more students. Enrollment continues to go up, and that's a great problem to have.
I want to say that it'll probably grow a lot more.
I see it in a different building, because if it goes the way that it's going now, then we're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger.
Hopefully the worship era will continue to grow. That way our chapel services, I hope that chapel service just gets so awesome and so much more in depth and people actually get into it.
Being at HCA kindergarten through 12th grade really set the foundation for me spiritually, and just because the teachers were always encouraging us and showing us how to serve for the Lord and how to trust in Him in all circumstances of your life.
If you're out with people and they say something or they imply something that is spiritually wrong, you can help guide them towards something that's right and better. And it's nice to be able to get the foundation that a Christian needs at Heritage to be able to proclaim the gospel outside of school.
It was really a good example in my life. I think HCA, equips your mind to be ready for work, school, and the real world, but it also equips your heart to love the Lord. I think of the warrior mascot and how the armor is there, and how HCA equips you to have the full armor of God on when you enter the real world.
Seeing the examples and the role models that the teachers were to me in their faith prepared me for just being able to live that out daily in my own life. And even if I wasn't teaching here in this Christian school, I would feel like I would be able to share that in whatever environment.
I was going through a really hard time a couple years ago, and people didn't even know that anything was going on, but they were all really kind to me all the time, and that helped me with more than they even knew. And then when I actually started speaking out about what had happened and everything, they were just I'm so sorry that we didn't know and that we weren't there for you. I was you were there for me more than you even realized, and you were just being nice to me like you always were.
All these families just took that leap of faith to put everything in and sacrifice to send their kids to school and take a chance on a Christian education that started in a church. That's a pretty big, leap of faith, and I think it was definitely worth it. It was worth it for my family. Hope it was worth it to other families and the families to come, the sacrifice that is to send your kids here, because it's definitely worth it.